said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kick it away to start us off. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
Pocket breaking down. Catch in the middle. It's Stokes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Grant behind the line. It's Stokes. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. With the catch, it's Singleton. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. You know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Touchdown, Gator! And they have the first points of the game.
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. A run for the quarterback. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Already down the score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it. That's a fumble. Well, the offense did fall on that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Trying to get behind the defense. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game after not getting it on 3rd, going for it on 4th down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on 4th?
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Smith wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13th.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Trying to get the corner. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Rebels will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody.
He's into the open down the middle. Inside the tag. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Coming out with it, it's Cunningham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's got to rally to the football. We got to run with the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense getting to the quarterback, making the play.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run the option. And the ball is free on the pit. You don't see that much. He runs out of bounds and takes the safety.
As a ball carrier, you just have to have better awareness. You have to know where you are on the field. You run out of bounds like that, that's a play he's going to learn from. He's probably going to be the butt of a few jokes. This might follow him for a while, but that is a safety, and that is a costly mistake.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He wants to take the top off. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Gator. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll bring it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Quarterback keeps it. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. They will stop him short. Turn it over on downs. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Dropping back, it's Newton. Bringing the heat. Got a wide-open receiver. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. He lobs one high down the left side. Brings it inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This drive comes from the 14-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Got his man down the middle.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. First and 10. That's caught. It's Wilson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
As a quarterback, I'm trying to find my matchup, get the ball to my guy so he can do something with it after the catch. When you put it on his body, he can catch it and then break a tackle and make a play happen like he did just there.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
This time it's complete. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll take it himself. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the right. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Got it behind the lines. It's Richard. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This defense really does a nice job playing with their eyes and pursuing the ball. They took away all of the quarterback's options down the field. When he finally checked it down, they rallied to him, made the tackle, now setting up 4th.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Florida!
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. Guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The give on the option. He has the first and still on his feet. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Rebels. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. No reason to think so far we won't see plenty more offense on display, or will the defense find an answer as we start the second quarter? On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Gators are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Stokes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, this defense is being challenged in this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Smith dropping to pass. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gators will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Odom. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Rebels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Leaves it with the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. They'll try the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. That'll pull them back to within 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They want to run this quarterback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. Quarterback keeper. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Right on the money. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Richard. Turning it on. Out of bounds. Right on the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Caught in the backfield. It's Stokes. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Plows through the defense. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Newton. Floating away. He's going to run it. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching... completion there on 3rd down. They were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
What of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Smith wants to throw. Tagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. Trying to do it on the ground. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Worked on the touchdown, might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Newton. Pulls it in. Breaks into the open. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Leaves it with the back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. His job chasing by the defense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Got it in the middle, it's Bradley. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Runs through the tackle. Big-time run defense. They knock him down well behind the line. It's a loss of 9.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive, or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number called, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play, and it sets this offense going in the wrong direction.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.